Hello, vicarious mercenaries, proxy ninjas, and pop culture PhDs. Welcome to the Rec Room. And here we are, Tactical Tuesday back in effect. Although it's only been a couple weeks since wow. There's a bug feature of the Rec Room. The dual words that don't exist. The prior and previously does not become previously. But anyway, previously, we were working on Shadow Tactics, and what has been missing in rotation for a while has been Metal Slug Tactics. So we're going to resume some operations with that tonight. Got some details to cover, although it won't be as grandiose as our Season 1 opening, because that was a blind playthrough and an early experience, but we'll have a couple things to do there. So anyway, if you are new to the Rec Room, this is the coolest corner of the internet where you get the rundown on what's going on here with Enforcer Media Productions, whether that be project updates or creative insights. And you also get the breakdown on what makes our favorite franchises tick in the form of commentary and the long-running video game deep dives. So you get a front row seat to seeing what it's like to build a franchise from scratch without industry support. So glad to have you. You got a lot to pick from out there, so glad that you're spending any time with us. Whether that be live or on the replay, all is welcome. We're currently on Odysee, Twitch, and YouTube, so feel free to chat if so interested. I do my best to keep up with everything, although multitasking is not my strong suit, so I promise I'm not ignoring you. I just might be a little slow. So, got that going on. So not too much on overall updates. We did stream last night for some Metal Monday on MechWarrior 5, so I don't have too much to add to what's already been going on this week. No change on the numbers so far. Then as far as what's going on Enforcer Media-wise, so just another day, another check in the box on the editing process for Book 2 in the Firewall Protocol. And down to 50 pages, so still on target to be done with the first draft by Thanksgiving. And of course, there's still some stuff to add after that, so I'm just hoping to get as much of that done in as short a time as possible, because going to need to add some new content just for some filler, some connecting the dots, things like that. But overall, the fact there's already 770 plus pages of content means it's not much more that could be added, really, without getting long and drawn out. So also, kind of probably going to run into some timing conflicts for our next show in terms of me trying to get some more stuff done. So I don't know if I'll have any new content by the time we have our show coming up on the 22nd here. So this will be our first, I think, official Comic-Con. This is going to be the Blue Water International Comic-Con in Port Huron, Michigan. And I say that just because I haven't really been counting like the toy and comic shows that we've done. Those have been a little bit more on the lighter side, were not fully featured, so this will be our first official one, which is designated a Comic-Con with all the usual things of supporting cosplay and artist alley and celebrities and all that stuff. Even if it's on the smaller side compared to some of the large ones we have around here, like Motor City and others, at least it'll be our first chance to be at a technical artist alley, so I am looking forward to that. And of course, we'll have copies of Ascendant Chaos, we'll have the art prints, still have t-shirts, and the occasional item from Aladdin 3477. So if you're in the neighborhood, swing on by. So what I was saying, I just won't be able to get new prints done. I'm starting to toy with working on some stickers. It's just with a week and a half out, I don't think there's gonna be enough time to get production finished and get them sent out and delivered in time, because usually there's about a week turnaround in getting that kind of stuff done. So at best, maybe I'll have some things done for the Lands Cruise holiday art fair, which will be December, but that's still up in the air because there's a lot going on. I also haven't mentioned yet, at least I don't think I mentioned yesterday, we're going to likely have another episode of Last LAN Standing, hopefully, here over the Thanksgiving weekend. So trying to get the pieces in motion for that, even though that's still 2 to 3 weeks. It goes by pretty quick when trying to get everything scheduled and get everybody in line for whoever's going to hang out with that. Likely, we're probably going to do some Frontlines Fuel of War like we did for our last episode, because we haven't fully exploited that yet, as much as Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. So that's been another crowd favorite. And I say crowd, maybe more people playing have more fun than perhaps the audience, because I don't know for sure what kind of interest level is for that anymore. But we have fun doing that kind of stuff. So as far as other project things, not too much going on that I can think of. Oh, not that it matters to you, again, unless you're on Patreon, where you get the earliest access to the audiobook portion of Ascendant Chaos. I got the second round of recording done today for chapter 8, so basically editing is likely to start tomorrow. There's usually a minimum of 3 to 5 days involved with editing, and of course a couple rounds of re-recording. So that'll be the next ongoing secondary task during the next week or so. And I think that's it. So pop culture wise, haven't seen too much. I really haven't even seen a whole lot for news. Yeah, no movie wise, nothing gaming wise. I mean, we're headed into the holiday, so it's not really a high profile time for new game releases. I mean, more so maybe the beginning of the year, but honestly, going into 2026, not seeing a whole lot. Pretty much skipped Ninja Gaiden 4. Haven't had much reason to get into that. So really, at this point, just waiting on Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection for the physical, which will be out in December. So it's really kind of weird to not have all that much on the horizon. And thankfully, now after getting Metal Slug Tactics in, it's one last game sitting in the pre-order queue that's been out in the abyss for who knows how long. So here it is. I mean, as you can see, I got the icon up, but we had the digital edition. So here we go, physical edition of Metal Slug Tactics. If you're interested to see what came in the Commanding Officer edition, I did a unboxing for that. It's on our YouTube account, which you can get to any of that unless you're already watching from YouTube. But if you're not on YouTube, check out the link in the description. That'll get you over to our YouTube side. And I guess the reason for that, originally I was doing some of those over on TikTok, but honestly, social media has really felt like a waste of time. I mean, with so many plates spinning, social media has been the least helpful. So really, since we're already on YouTube, and since YouTube is a much better video archive than TikTok, I'm just gonna do that for the time being. And there's some I didn't fully post, even though I recorded them before popping cases open. But there was some cool stuff in there. Speaking of which, here is the metal replica of the Metal Slug. You probably see this a little bit better in the actual video, but this will end up going in the studio somewhere. This thing's heavy. I don't know if you can hear how loud that is, but I could end up breaking the glass desk if I drop that, or break the computer. So it's like a couple pounds because it's full metal. So that was kind of one of the things I thought was neat. Normally, I don't go much for collector's editions anymore because back in the Xbox 360 era, there was collector's editions for everything. And honestly, it was just another way for the developers to upsell everything. And sometimes the things you got weren't all that fantastic. Honestly, if you give like an art book, a soundtrack, and maybe a quality collectible, I mean, you're kind of hitting all the bases. And a lot of times, some of those collectibles are pretty cheap. You know, they're plastic or they're just kind of mass production. So that's what I thought about this, at least the metal collectible. It's like, you know what, there's some detail into it. It's got some weight to it. But what used to happen is they'd be such, so mass produced that even if you didn't pre-order it, especially like in the realm of Halo Reach, you'd have all these collectibles sitting in stacks at your local Best Buy because they just ordered so many and over speculated how many people wanted to actually buy those. So yeah, it's kind of neat. Now, unfortunately, that caused the game, the physical release of the collector's edition, to take 1 year from the release of the title. So I believe this had come out like late October, early November. So I'd really been looking forward to it, especially after we got off playing Metal Slug Attack Reloaded a lot last year, which surprisingly has not had any news or updates or anything. So that's kind of disappointing. But so definitely had been looking forward to this, definitely enjoyed it. And we spent a few months working on this title, only to have the bitter outcome of Season 1 be there was a glitch that caused our entire save to get corrupted. So for the most part, we'd finished a lot of the things I had wanted to, but I was just then discovering new content in terms of increased difficulties led to different boss outcomes. And so I was like finally getting excited to see new content again, and then everything was just wiped out. And the short version of the scenario was, during a boss fight, there was a loading icon that came up. Now, the game does have the ability to cancel something, and so for some reason, I inadvertently hit the cancel button, but then the game went into this infinite loop. And for those of you who've had a console for any last decade or so, you've got these warning messages that say, don't turn off the console, don't do all this, otherwise you'll damage your system or corrupt your save. Well, on PS4 here, I could not force close the app, nor could I tell the system to shut off, or if I did so by force, is going to close the app. And so sure enough, the devastating event happened because I sat there with this infinite loading screen go on for about 5 minutes. I decided to close it, and sure enough, it corrupted the game save. So we did not really get to finish Metal Slug Tactics in full. I did not have any disappointments with the game beyond that. The game has this great balance of the amount of characters to unlock, weapons to unlock. Now, for me as a completionist, I'm not somebody who goes for 100% of everything. I don't chase trophies anymore, but I feel like if there's something relevant to gameplay, usually that would be characters, you know, outfits, and say weapons or anything that you would interact with. Those are the things I want to unlock, and we got through most of that. We got the characters all done, we got the challenges done, and I think we may have been working on some of the weapons prior to that issue happening, but I think it had a very balanced amount. I was enjoying the gameplay, and because it is a bit of a roguelite game, the maps aren't always fully identical. You did start to see some patterns a little bit, but it wasn't so much that it was like too repetitive. So yeah, overall the game is very solid, and so we're on season 2, episode 1, which I called Kinetic Strike, primarily because we'll probably be a little bit more out the gate with a little bit more gusto than the first time when we were doing a blind playthrough playing it for the first time. So yeah, I've been looking forward to this. I intentionally held off on resuming Tactics because I was waiting for the physical edition. I knew that was right around the corner, but now it is physically here. And one other interesting note, which I never experienced on PlayStation here before, when I put the disc in, it said, oh, you've got a digital version of this already. Do you want to use the disc and wipe out the digital, or do you want to use the other one? And I was like, that struck me as kind of weird. So apparently on the console space, it does not like having a coexisting disc and digital version. I find that to be a little odd, because you would think just like look at the disc if you're using it, if not use the other, because they should be using the same code base following any title updates. So that's a little unusual. Never experienced that, but obviously not end of the world. But we are about ready to dive in here and see if I can remember where to keep the audio at. Go from here. Yeah, I think over the amount of Metal Slug played of last year, I definitely think this has bumped its way up into a favorite franchise, and I don't have a lot of favorite franchises. I like different pieces of franchises, but this one as a whole is pretty consistent in its theme. So, I mean, it's kind of up there with, you know, StarCraft, Ninja Gaiden, maybe a couple others, because so many franchises end up ticking me off to be like, yeah, you're out. Well, here we go. I don't think there's anything to change for options. This game did not have a lot of post-launch support other than some balancing, so if there was bugs in the past, the bugs are likely still here. Martial Law in the Fictitious City by General Duty von Dutyhead. Get ready. Of course, we're going to run through the tutorial again. Just with Marco doing the basics. We get Margaret chattering at us. Yes, move. Okay, and I got to remember how to play anyway, so. And what was this all about? I don't remember. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, telling us about the keywords. Oh boy, man, this thing's really going to town here. Movement range, yeah, I know how that works. Pretty shabby for a barricade. Alright, so yeah, I got a right trigger to select, and then right trigger for target. There we go. Alright, so it's just him, so we then end the turn. Have to hold the button down. And then they go. Alright, so they're gonna let me do what I want. Oh, I gotta select him. Okay, he's selected. So they're gonna tell me to move all the way up there, but this is a cool little item here. Why not use this? They won't let me. Nope. Hover over the enemy with S. Yes, I know that. Cannot take on both dead eyes at once. Okay. Anyway. So, right trigger. Nope, that was undo. I didn't want to do that. Oh. I forgot they're going to have to undo it and do the switch. Okay, that was the whole point of that. Interact. No. Oh, he just kicked it. And gone. So, was that one of his challenges, or is it just a trophy? Because now the other thing is, now they know how a lot of the challenges work, it'd be advantageous to definitely work on some of them much earlier in the game than after a few playthroughs in. Yes, I'm going to confirm ending the turn. And whoosh, just like that, there's more stuff. Alright. Shield yourself. With what? Toilet paper? Okay, so switch to him, and she wants us to move here. Okay, dodge. Yeah, dodge. Okay. Even if I didn't remember, I'd figure out how it goes on the fly. Yeah, we'll deal with all that. Okay, so now I think we're going to want to fire here. Pew pew. Okay. When's the airstrike? Ugh. Alright. Move closer, she says. Alright. I got cover. Need the airstrike, though. Tactical strike. There we go. How about we drop it right here? I'm standing far enough away. Peace out. Crunch. Then, so I'm out of turn though. Yep. No damage. Alright. At least we end with high amounts of adrenaline. Oh, wait, no, we're not done. I forgot about this. I thought the airstrike was the end of it. See you guys. Alright, so now Ares here. Okay. Trigger synchronization. Oh, Ares here. Ari and Fio over here. Of course, I still have this problem of saying Ari and Fio incorrectly. Pew. Boom. And pew pew. There we go. Deal damage to any enemy, etc., etc. Only trigger sync once per action. Is that it? This is a free-for-all now? Okay. Okay, now what? Oh, now I use everybody else. Okay. I dare hope the three of you are enough. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Okay. Alright. Let's see how else we can do this here. I could move Fio first. Now there's a cover, though. Ooh, there's lots of adrenaline. Can I move her here and still hit him? Let's see here. Oh, what are you doing? He's still not done, though. Whoops. Okay, we'll do it anyway. Nothing beats trust and experience and competency, apparently. Well, Theo can still finish him anyway. Even if she does this, Marco's not necessarily going to hit him, I don't think. Well, we'll just do this. Fire Theo's weapons 3 times in any turn. Okay, well, I guess that qualified. Because 1 on the sink. Yeah, okay. Alright, so she got an extra 1, now we can put her in cover. There we go. Time to bounce. Alright, so everybody's gone. What are you guys gonna do? Okay, so maybe... I got an idea. The question is, how's this going to work? So she's got the adrenaline. I can put him right here. And then Marco can go here. Aerie can go... I'll figure it out. Alright. That's not enough to kill everybody. He's gonna take a hit. Heh. What if I did this? That's too far. Okay, so what if I go here? That's enough to do a little bit more damage. Okay, Marco can still go. Theo can still go. He's... Okay, so why does she get the ability to go? She usually doesn't have that. Okay, Marco... Oh, Marco can't shoot from here, though. That's not good. Oh, he does have the adrenaline, though. Do I want to waste it? Well, at least Aerie move out of cover. She can move further back. He's going to then go for Marco. We'll just sit tight without an attack. Make him come in. Because I know that other guy's going to move... Those riflemen only move like once if there's somebody in range. Alright, you are so done. Alright, so he's dead. Can't really move anybody else ahead of time, so she's going to end up being in harm's way once he takes a shot, but whatever. Bonk. And Theo can still do what exactly? Not a whole lot. She can move herself into harm's way. That doesn't seem like a genius idea. Alright, can I get a triple team on him now? So we're... Yeah, we... Well... Oh yeah, we got this. There we go. You're dead. Victory!
Victory!
I know where it's kind of weird. This looks so blown up and extorted on my screen. This does not scale correctly. It looks fine on for you guys, but I'm like seeing massive pixels the size of my fist. And a little help with the fireworks. Okay, so here's the downside. It doesn't look like we have access to Margaret and what's her name? I forgot what the other one's name was. Rumi? Yui? Yuki? I can't remember. I know there's the two of them, the sisters in Attack Reloaded, but I can't see the challenges yet, so this is going to make it a little difficult for the first playthrough if I want to try to tackle some of that, but there's multiple playthroughs to be had anyway. And not to mention we don't have a choice but to use these three for starters. Yeah, they're only showing us their stuff here for basics, so... Marco, Eri, and Fio. So Eri is still like the powerhouse, I feel like, for most of the characters I've worked with. Just getting her grenade jump is just like devastating. I've yet to find something that is as powerful for the simplicity of it. I mean, there is powerful stuff, but some of it just requires way more of a setup. Alright, so because there is different things attached, like, I think by doing a playthrough of 2 levels, you get a character, 3 levels character, and so on. So a couple of our first characters will be like that. So we're going to go recruit for start here. We may end up cycling through if it's quick enough. But we're going to probably spend more time this season on a higher difficulty, just because it may not have paid out as much doing it this way. So we'll go here, start with recruit, just to make it easy in the first round. Whoa! Speed limits. So start a run with Eri and Marco, okay. And of course they only give us 1 to start with. And I can't remember if these all unlocked on the first playthrough or not, but either way, it'll probably take us to the boss and call it after that. So now they better understand how the sub-bosses work. You have the ability to do eventually all sub-bosses per level. But you gotta unlock them first. Oh, flattery. All business. Morden escaped. What a shock. Garbage Island. Small team to infiltrate. 3 massive war machines. Well, it wouldn't be an ongoing series if he did capture them once and for all. Okay, so of course my memory is going to be a little rusty on some of this. It's not showing us where he is yet, so it's pretty much... Okay, so XP and coin. The metal is helpful. I don't know if we can get to this one, then here, perhaps. Huh. We haven't used enough ammo unless it takes away from our introductory one there, but we'll see. I'd rather go for the coins and the experiences to start getting abilities. But of course, that's based on the bonus objective returns. We're not amateurs, right? 3 turns, 20 guys. So all designated targets, I take it. Yeah, kill all designated So I have to kill all of them in 3 turns. It may not be too big of a deal. How many we got? So 4 of them. And we got a POW. Yeah. I know how the objective works. Thanks. So we've only got 1 spawn point. Do I rush everybody together or split them up? Aerie does not have grenade. She's got juggler. I mean, she can do damage, but of course they separate them in such a way that you're not going to hit multiples so easily. Okay. She could get behind cover and go take on that guy, so maybe we'll put Aerie over here. Of course, anybody who's not lined up for that guy is prime for getting hit by the grenade. I got an idea. I don't know how well it's going to work here. Sorry, I know you can't see the thought bubbles on top of my head. My brain gets going of, like, processing combinations, and I'm like, yeah, whoops, radio silence. If I put her here... Yeah, I guess we'll do that, and then Marco would have to go... Marco would have to go here, maybe. He might be able to make it further once she's out of the way. We'll find out.
Mission start.
Oh, what's all this? Elevation, yes, elevation, thank you. Alright, so if we do this... he still can't make that. That's not what I wanted. But Theo can still do this, right? Okay. So we have Marco the ability to free him. Thank you. Now she can still move. What's this? Oh. Now again, I gotta remember when it gives you a new action. This does not give a new action yet. Could he apply this? No, he can't do that. Plus, he would lose his action. I still need him to help with taking this guy out. He'll be dead. Alright, so Theo can still move. Let's get Aerie in position here. The other guy should hopefully come down to us. Now, if I move... Oh, I can't make it to cover yet. I could from here, but then, man, she's... Nope, that's not cover, though. Well, I guess she'll get the most from either of those positions. That'll help take him out, but not hit anybody else. I can get 2 of them off 1 hit. So this is 2 damage, that's 4. I guess I might as well take it. Take that shot. Okay. Okay, so she doesn't get the move unless she gets the kill. Can't move her any further without putting her in harm's way, I guess. Okay, we've used everything. So we got 1 in damage. We still got those guys to take care of on the next 2 turns here. Ow! Now they're all going to get in the way. Schwink. Yeah, come on down. Oh, yeah, her instead of Marco. That's interesting. Okay, let's see what Ari can do here. If I can get her in a position to hit 2 of these guys. They're not quite lined up where I need to go bounce from one to the other. Well, actually, let's find out. Would this work? Nope, not close enough. Nope. Oh, man. That's not giving me enough adrenaline. And I can't. Man. That's not enough. Okay, I could get him on the last turn. But it would be better if I had help from somebody. Gotta get this guy. Well, if Marco and Ari can do that, Ari can still have her ability and possibly move Marco down there to shoot. The problem is it's this guy, though. If he weren't the one already damaged. Let me see if there's a better setup for Ari first. Because if Marco got down here to shoot, well, you know what? I won't be able to test it until I get to move somebody around with a drone. Yeah, I guess I'll just stick with this position for now. She's got the elevation and the dodge this way. Okay, so I'm going back to my original plan. Well, actually, no, Marco... yeah, Marco won't be able to shoot. He'll only be able to reflex. That's too bad. Okay, so Marco's going to shoot from here. He's done. There's 2. Ari's going to be able to damage... Let's see a way to do this. Oh! Well, I can do that without the physical ammo, but can I get Marco anywhere down here? Not enough to get an angle on that guy. Ah. Okay, so let me not use the physical ammo. Can I do it with this? So if I do here, he takes 4, is dead, and he still has 2 left, versus doing this one. I'd hit them both, and he still has 2 left, so I guess it doesn't change anything. The amount of damage is the same either way. Except not using the physical ammo, which requires more replacement cost. Alright, so I'm going to do this. And if I do this, am I not taking... It doesn't look like I'm taking damage because of the elevation then. Okay, so the net result is the same. 2 points left on that guy. Without Fio having taken a shot yet. Oh, she can still move, though. Fio can't move herself, can she? No, she wouldn't be able to get a shot, though. I don't see a way to do it. Can she move herself somewhere useful? Not really. Oh, now she gets... Oh, well. Might as well stand in cover. Aerie can't get to cover. She's getting attacked by both of them. Any way to block them? Not really. Okay, that's all I got. Youch. Where are you going? Well, that makes things a little easier. Okay, so basically Aerie should just be able to toss a grenade here. And that would kill... Yeah, he'd be done. Victory!
Victory!
Everybody's level 1 around here. So Marco, did you not do anything? Here, you got 2 of the frags. Oh, so she got the others. Okay. Marco's just along for the ride. So we got 5 silver coins. I don't know what else, but anyway, what else we got here? Alright, I don't like the S pattern. Increase in ammo slows the enemy down. Scavenger. Alright, I can't read the ability when that's in the way. Heal, so healing, yeah, that's probably like the most helpful. Yeah, so changing the area of effect, not necessarily beneficial. Alright, yeah, we'll go with that.
Supply drop!
Supply drop. Okay. Alright, so that's ammo.
You're great!
Great! Tony the Tiger, back in effect. I don't remember what boost is. Oh, it's where you give yourself the adrenaline. Okay, so the forced march. Oh, thank you. You're in the way. All ally or gains a bonus move. All allies. It goes from the bottom up. I forgot about that. Up to 2 targets gain a bonus move. All allies gain a bonus move. Okay. Ricochet is the equivalent of the bouncing, getting 2 hits, much like Ares. Versus just doing this and refunding the next action. We'll come back to that. Either of these is more interesting at the moment. See, the thing is, Aerie already gets the bounce. Apparently also Fio's getting a movement from what effect I don't remember. So this kind of, other than giving it to himself, not that advantageous. But this, however, would increase the amount of damage we're dealing. Even though I like this one better with the team composition, this one seems more helpful at the moment. Goes up to 8. Let's do that one. They didn't give it to me. No grenade jump yet. So 3 damage that bypasses cover. Bonus action on death. Decoy. 5 damage, no cover, but move. So this was movement damage, no cover. This one's like in place. I never really did fully maximize the decoys here. Does up to 7. Man, which do I want to tinker with here? Because the 5 HP does a little bit more than what we currently got. So less damage, bonus action, no bonus action, more damage. But this has a higher output if it's leveled up. This one's got 8 if leveled up. It's kind of expensive, but that one's cheaper. That one doesn't really go up in cost. This one goes down in cost by 1 point. You know what? We'll do this one. This one's good, though. Overheating. That's like the one for Aerie, except hers does 4 damage. So fragile weakens the enemy, but that's yeah, not a teammate. That goes up to +2. Plus, it doesn't see what's it changing. The range is increasing. The cost is not changing though. So this one's expensive, but you get adrenaline. Let's use this one, because the one I do remember is Fio's challenge of using her drone bot twice in the same turn, I think. Alright, so the intent is going to be to get over to here if I can. Oh, I didn't even get the XP one. So I couldn't get to it yet, I guess. Okay. Can contribute to 3 frags on targets when Marco is. Survive with at least... Okay, well, survival's not a problem. It's just a matter of number of kills with Marco. There was a little bit of glitchiness with some of this.
Get ready.
Oh, so... Okay, so he's got to do specific... Okay. Which is possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So any 6 of those, if they get killed, then Marco has a point on target. They're still only giving us 1 spawn point this early on. How are we going to do this here? I mean, there's 3 of them down here. Marco can get busy down the other end. Keep everybody together. I mean, he could get maybe in a loose position to shoot those and get a lot of adrenaline off the start. And I could have Fio move one of the others. So let's put Fio here. And we just wing it from there.
Mission start.
Alright, Marco. Actually, let's see what Fio can do here first. Wow, she could jump over his head. Alright, she's got 6. Oh, a little bit more to go. So if we move him to here, I'll see if I put him here, he won't get a shot at this guy. If I do this, I can have Fio move the other guy in position. Okay, so let's have her do this. The claw game. Oh, and she can still move after that. Okay. Oh, but she doesn't get an attack, though. So now what I need is to put Aerie somewhere where she can reach 2 of those guys. Let's see if this is enough. So if she does this, she can hit him. Maybe they should move after and then hit him. Okay, so let's see if Marco can start this off. Alright, so he's done. Okay, so Airy can now move. And can hit both of them. Can't. Oh, I gotta get the kill though. Go. Oh, she does this. Oh, can't do it. If we go here, that'll kill him. There we go. We'll do that. Yeah, everybody's gonna be getting cut though, that's for sure. And Eric can move again. Move her to cover that way, keep away from that other crowd. Move her into cover. There we go. So at least 3 points of dodge combined. There we go. Of course, getting every cut on a survival match, not necessarily a great idea. No points for you. No points for you either. No points for you. Oh, you get a you get a cut. You get a cut. That's not too bad. Okay, so Marco's going to help out with either two of those. He's got 6 health. He's got that. But if you break the crate, though, I don't know. And by breaking the crate, I don't know if he's going to get the credit. Let's see if I can move him over to cover here. You can't make it all the way around. Ooh. If I do this, which way can I go? He'll just keep everybody out of harm's way if possible. Okay, so can she throw... Well, what's this gonna do? I don't know if that's what I want. She could do that, hit both of them. Oh, you know what? But I could do even better if I just went to here, because then she can also help out with that guy. Alright, Marco, get some shots on target here. Alright, he's done. Okay. Now, how about... Oh, now she can't. Well, I guess I can do that. Oh, that does not help. Okay, let's try this one instead. Or just do this. Nope. So she, oh, she goes through. She'll do 10 points of damage by hitting both of them? Just by going through? Okay, maybe that's... Maybe I haven't fully understood that one the whole time. I don't want to end up by the snake, so let's just do 10 damage that way. Oh, you know what, though? Before I do that... She's got 7. She could then gain a bonus action after that. Let's do that. I was going to say, let's see if there's a way to finish them. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, and, okay, so and the target gets the adrenaline as well. Okay. So let's just go through them. Boom. And now what? Oh, she can only do that, but it's good enough to kill him. She can take a point of damage and get them both. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and she's still back to cover. Okay, and that just leaves Theo. Might as well put Theo in cover. Okay, that's optimal, I think. Uh-oh, Marco, don't go down. Now's a good time to break the crate on these guys. Of course, they're dropping new guys in. Alright, Marco can't quite get... I want him over here. Aerie can, though. She can go both directions. Put her on the other side of cover, or can I help out here? That idiot's in cover. I don't want to do that. We'll bypass his cover. I don't know. So, if I understand his correctly, so now it's at 0. Bonus action after that. Okay. But do I want to give it to him or to somebody else? There's nobody else to hit with that method. Alright, how about... goes there. Alright, you know, let's try this. Oh, can't get... Ah, everybody's out of range. Never mind. Alright, so if Aerie were to do this, hit here, break his crate, and then what? Break the wall. Break the snake. I guess. He's dead. Ah, but Theo doesn't have a shot at that guy now. Oh, Marco. There we go. Do it that way. Was this enough? Yeah, he's dead. Okay. Okay, so Theo hasn't gone yet. So let's take the shot. Not much else for Aerie to do unless I want to go for that guy. That's all cover from the looks of it. Wait. That's weird. Whatever. Okay, that wasn't perhaps such a great idea. Alright, just gotta survive this turn. There's gonna be, what, 4 guys? They're gonna add 1. Yep, they did. Okay. Who's on the list? Move Theo to cover here. She's gonna shoot at him. How much does he got? Oh, 3. Okay. Can she... Is that enough? Yeah, she does 3. See, now it'd be helpful to have cover bypassing stuff, which I don't have, so whatever. She can get all over here and torch him. Yeah, let's put Marco on support over here. Keep him out of harm's way, I guess. Yeah, she's gonna be in trouble. Oh, you know what? That's not gonna damage him, though. Let's go somewhere where he can't actually hit her. Don't care about the adrenaline. Oh, he could hit from there. At least that would be cover. Oh. He's gonna sync up with that? That's kind of weird. I guess Mark can bring Mark over to get the kill, so he's not gonna hit anybody. Can I hit him from there? There we go. Yeah, so she's still, as long as she synchronizes, she gets the bounce. She doesn't have to get a kill. Alright, and he's dead, so literally only gonna be 2 guys left. Alright, and this is his area to do whatever. The end.
Victory!
Yeah, see ya, scrubs. There are some gold coins. Okay, so that was interesting. So that went straight from 5 up to 30. So that means what? Every gold coin's worth 5 of those. And of course, you get some XP. Everybody went up to level 2. So Marco 3 and 1, 2 and 4, 4 and 3. I like the view better now that you've cleaned house.
You're great.
All right. Ooh, we'll get the tactical strike going. The tool of cheap death. So this one is interesting if you chain that. So if he uses his give an extra action, he gains 1 and gains a dodge out of the process. And no, he doesn't gain another action though, so you just gain a dodge. Alright, everybody's got some variation of this. So this, however, would sync up a little bit better if he gave it to himself, because rather than getting dodge, you get extra damage. Ooh, tough call here. See, these don't upgrade, but, I mean, what are the chances of getting this again? So, now, this does go down in price every turn. He's got to have the adrenaline, but by the time you get down to 8 or 9, it's not too big of a deal. This has a much higher damage output than just getting +1. I mean, if you get 2 guys in this doing 8 damage, that's 16 right there. I'll go with that. Ah, they're being mean. No grenade jumping yet. The range of all bonus moves is increased by 3, so every time she gets that bounce, she can move like crazy. I don't know if I remember seeing that one. When the unit uses their synchronous... Oh, that's actually pretty good, though. I wonder if content's already unlocked based on our previous playthrough, because we are using the same account, but we're doing a new game, though. I don't know if content's still in there. Alright, let's go with reflexes on her this time. Acupuncture, the healing, kind of big. Here's our... No, that's not... That one does not bypass cover. That's just 4 plus an action. Adrenaline for sinking. And she gets a bonus, so... Yeah, so she can heal somebody and get a bonus out of this. This one is still pretty helpful, and you get it reduced to 3. Alright, let's go over here. Want the metal. Stay frosty. One of the best quotes ever. Survive 5 turns with at least 1. Yeah, not super... Oh, the Desert Tower. That's right. This was kind of like a sub-boss. I didn't face this right away. I probably didn't get to this till after several playthroughs. So still got to survive 5 rounds with putting up with that. And a lot of dudes.
Get ready.
Yikes. Alright, still only 1 spawn point here. Crate all the way over there. So the tower is right in the middle. Yeah, stay frosty as said. So... Grenadier over there is probably one of the bigger issues. I don't know if the tower is going to be able to hit. I don't know if the high ground matters. There is cover up there. Okay, so that's got 35 HP, and you can only sink on that once per turn. Interesting, they can put somebody in cover immediately. Let's try and take out the guys behind us first, so we don't have to move too far to get to the tower, at least. Keeps, you know, if we stay over here, we kind of keep the sniper and the grenadier off of us, and it just makes the sword guys come in. So maybe if I put Marco here, run around behind that guy. Maybe if I put Ari here, run backwards, get adrenaline. Put Fio here, run backwards, and do some other stuff.
Mission start.
The boom machine. Oh, and we're gonna get reinforced. They're gonna get reinforced. Okay, Marco. Well, I guess this might have to do for adrenaline. It's not much. I don't. I'd rather Fio here because that way. You know what? No, let's do this. Ooh, she can't make it too far. I'll be close enough to have the ability to hit with grenades. We'll try that. Not quite sure what I'm doing just yet. Okay, I'll take care of him. No damage to friendlies, hopefully. The cover is gone. Ooh, she's in range. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, let's do this. Now she's only got to move. Let's put her up here, I guess. Alright. No points on tower yet here, but... Can't I even hit it yet? I don't know. Won't tell me right now because it's not my turn anymore. Ugh. Now let's hope they're not stuck in there. Hey, you guys are just cutting up the sandbags over there. He blocked himself in. Or he blocked his ally in, I should say. Ah, what are you guys doing? Yeah, ooh, 20 points. Because it's overlapping. And she does not have the grenade jump right now. Okay, so she's got a target on her. Fio's got a target. Well, why is hers 20 and Fio's only 4? See, he's gonna die if he stays there. I mean, I can have Fio move her out, but she's got to get the adrenaline to do it. Yeah, I may have to move her up to that thing. Can I get Marco anywhere where he's going to be able to get a hit? Also, I've got 4 turns left to destroy the tower. I need some serious damage here, too. Alright, let's try this. Fio may be taking one for the team if this doesn't work out too well. But... oh, it's just overlap. Okay, so now she's back to normal. It's just because both targeting was overlapping, so I could do this. But will the turret get damaged by being close proximity? And I'm not sure. I'll just put her up there, see what happens. Hold on, before I do that, if she were to throw something, so she can, that's not hitting the tower. Oh, it is going to hit the tower. I'd rather get the adrenaline first. Yeah, let's have her move. Oh, I can't. She's still trapped. And I don't have the adrenaline to throw the grenade either. I hit 2 guys. That's 4 points. Man, this is just not going as effectively here. The other thing is, if I put Marco up there, can he get a shot from up top? That I don't know either. Actually, if he can at least get enough adrenaline to get his airstrike, we might be able to do something with that. I don't like my options here. I think she's gonna have to... You know what? We'll just try it. Alright, we'll move Aerie out of the way so she can do something. Okay, so I can't put her any further. Okay. I guess these are my only options here. Reverse claw machine. Okay. Well, Fio can now move herself into cover. I think. Maybe. Wow, how... Oh, there we go. So we now have an extra couple points by Theo being in position once the grenade hits. So might as well do that. There's 7 points. Unless I can get Marco in any better position from there. Seriously, I can get him all the way over there? Well, give him dodge even though he'd be in the middle of all that. Okay, we got one other option here. Okay, so that gave him 3 points. He could then... If I hit him, that's not enough. But he could give this +1 hit per attack. That's an extra one for Airy, but it's going to use an extra grenade, though. See, Airy gets 4. That'd be an extra 4 points. Theo's only going to gain an extra 3 without using physical, though. Well, we're running out of turns, so I guess I'm going to just gamble on giving it to her. And I don't remember if she gets... Oh, I don't remember if he got the damage bonus or the person, the target. Okay, well, yeah, I think she gets it. No, that's just doing the extra hit. Either way, we'll take the extra 4 points here. Okay, not bad for 1 turn. Yeah, so now it tells me about the desynchronization. Okay. Alright, well, everybody's at full health for the moment. That's about to change. At least we did 1/3 of the damage. Alright, here we go. Oh, and there goes the cover. You don't say, Margaret. Crap, I think I need help. Okay, 1 point for him. Yikes. Good thing I got the acupuncture, maybe. Yikes. Alright, Marco's holding tough. Uh-oh. Oof. She's gonna have to go acupuncture herself. Oh no. She's getting swarmed. Ugh. Man, they are all over the place. Marco, you better get your tactical strike out here, too. Yeah, she's gonna die no matter what without acupuncture. There's no other cover she can get to except for this. She'd have to get there and acupuncture herself. But she needs at least 3 adrenaline, though. She can make it there, she's not going to help much. Okay, so let's maybe get her to synchronize first before moving her out of the way. That way we can get some extra damage. Marco still needs another 11. He's got to do some zigging and zagging here. If Ari had her full charge thing, though... Okay, so what if Marco does the ricochet like this, and then that? Whoa, look at that. Oh, that's only 6 points of damage off the sync, though. Why is that even triggering? I don't even know why that's activating him, though. Oh, he must be doing... He must be the guy that does the swing when he dies. And I did not use this wait. Oh, that just reset. That's why. So I still have it. If Ari does the first attack here, can I hit either of these? That'll get points from Theo, but that's going to be the only synchronize I get. Marco can't get through the other guys unless he were able to come up there. Make them chase all over the place. Marco can't get up there from the looks of it. You'd have to come all the way over here. If you did this, how much adrenaline does he get? 4. I'd have to wait till next turn. You get 4 there, too. Is there anything else he can do before he moves? Well, even if I do that, if I use the adrenaline on anybody else, I won't have as much to use for the airstrike. Well, I can maybe move another 4 and still get the airstrike if I do this, though. Nah. That doesn't help. Can I shoot somebody and take anybody out? Well, he'll be dead. If I do this... Is that part of the tower? That's not part of the tower. Nobody else is really getting hit, so I don't see any other advantage to that. Okay, so Fio needs to get out of here. Oh, you don't know. Aerie needs to go first. Well, she could move over there. Can she get a better attack if I do this, though? Ooh, look how much adrenaline she might get over here. There we go. Can she then do anything here with this? Not really. There we go. There's 7 points. Oh, is Marco syncing up too? If it helps, it helps. It's that versus using... I don't think she's hitting it any other way. Okay, let's use this one then. I don't know what Marcos did, but whatever. Okay. Fio, now get out of there. She should have the adrenaline. Oh, that does not do healing. I had it wrong. She gets a bonus action, though. Yikes. But that doesn't help much. She won't have a whole lot to work with. Cancels damage, that's all it's gonna do. I guess it depends on whether it protects the sand barrier or not. Oh, there's not anywhere else to go in terms of better cover either. Just have to stay away from this guy. He can still throw too far. Yeah. She can't. I don't have an. Oh, she still got an attack. Can't hit anybody. I don't see anything else I can do advantageously there. Nope. Out of ideas. It didn't do anything to protect that. Yikes, she's in trouble. And I don't have reinforcements yet, I don't think. She's down. Still go 3 more turns. Uh-oh. Harry might just have to run. Oh no, Marco's down 2. I don't have any reinforcements, I don't think. Now she's gonna get shelled. Seriously? Game over. First playthrough. Recruit difficulty. Oh no. I don't know what I have for options. I mean, I'm not going to be defending that by myself. Yeah, they're off the map, so there is no recruits. Yikes. And she's only got 4 health. I don't know how I'm going to do this. So she can run up there, use the sandbag. There's a sandbag there, but I get more adrenaline by hitting this one. Well, here we go. It's do or die time. These guys are coming for her. I gotta stay here, so I can't really use that. I can't do anything to hit anybody. I don't know if I want to blow up extra cover. Oh, there we go. There's 4 points. And hope that nobody else comes to get me on the next turn. Oh, and she can still move, but stay where the cover is. Okay, I got nothing. Alright. She either survives this or she doesn't. Oh, what? You're not going to fire 2? Take some of them out? There's 1. Yikes. Gotta survive this next turn. Oh, there's another point. Nope, maybe not. Okay, she's got to survive this. She's got to get as far as possible from these guys. But she's got to also hit cover. Can she? Oh, she can't even get to cover. No, she can't. She's going to have to... I think... Oh, she only gets the adrenaline for sinking. How's she going to stay away from these guys without getting hit? Alright, so if I go down here, can I then, like, dodge to get to this cover? Or do the dash thing? She's got enough. Oh, hold on. Ooh, I need to go here. This will put me in cover. Will it destroy it, though? That'll do damage to him. I gotta hope my adrenaline holds out. I won't get an extra turn. Or an extra action. Yikes. Here we go. So I got 5 defense as long as it keeps me alive from him and the shelling. Well, I mean, the cover's going to go from the shelling. Oh, I only got 3 points after that. Okay, so she's got 3. He's the only major target here, I think, unless the Grenadier can hit me. That's 1 point. No Grenadier. Uh-oh. Okay, nobody else should be able to make it.
Victory!
Yeah, not really. Half the team, or 2/3 of the team is down. Plus didn't get the bonus. I was not expecting that to be that hard, but that many guys is a little to keep off without having the abilities yet. Ugh, that was rough. All right, so I think the boss is going to pop up. I think we're going to do that next time. After we do all this. So we can upgrade the flashback. Or the nudge, which will move an extra position, or the ricochet. And of course, that's the options it's giving me. We'd have to do the reroll in order for it to give us different choices, like upgrading his tactical strike, for example. So which would be better? This does not go down on price, goes up in range. This goes up in range by 2, and increases the output by a tile. This goes up by 2, though, so you can do extra 4 points of damage. Oh, she gets 4 adrenaline, though. 4 adrenaline versus an extra 4 points of damage. The movement hasn't been all that advantageous just yet. Let's go for the extra damage again. Enemy. They boat in the middle of sand. Okay. I don't want to abandon. That's going to go to the main menu? Okay. Okay, so, yeah. We're going to jump right into the boss next time, because actually this boss, the very first time I fight, I think our first playthrough, the first time fighting that, it was difficult to figure that one out. Not that I'm as concerned about that this time, but we don't have the abilities yet, so... Yeah, I don't see anything else here that can give us indication of where we're at progress-wise. Alright, so Metal Slug Tactics finally back in action. Hopefully it won't require quite as many episodes if I can start stacking challenges and stuff once we know how that plays out. That was the first glimpse of that sub-boss this time around, much earlier than before. So that ought to do it. So next up for the week, barring any issues, we'll be back for some Tomb Raider Remastered on Throwback Thursday. And that'll do it for now. So hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic one, and see you soon.